Hello and welcome back to the PES 2019 Master League with Newcastle United. By golly, it's been a while, but there are reasons that I've decided to boot this up again. Primarily, PES 2020 is coming out soon, so this will be made completely and utterly redundant. So I kind of wanted to get it finished, just so as we had at least one season done with this Master League save. Before we move on to the PES 2021, which I say every year, hopefully we'll get a good bit of content out of, but if this one is anything to go by, then you'll get about 4 episodes, and then I'll bugger off into the ether, which is probably not a bad thing. So what is happening in this episode? Well, the aim is to get the season done, so it's going to be a big old bumper episode. I'm armed with tea and hope and vigour and various other words to get this season done. So we'll be playing a few games, we'll be simming a few games, primarily just to get the season done. For example, this game against Burnley, we will probably simulate. We'll probably play the Chelsea game, sim the Everton game, sim the Huddersfield game, big old brick, sim the West Ham game, play Tottenham, but you know what, we'll just see, we'll play the City game. Who have we got on the last day? I think it's Brighton. It must be final day of the season is there. Oh wait, no, that's for the rolling over to the next season. So the last game of the season is actually against Brighton, so we'll play that. And then we'll just see how we go and see who we get and who we'll play. But the season is definitely going to finish today, and then after we finish the season we'll have a look at the top scorers, top assists and all of that other joyous guff. Oh yes, I've also put in a load of new kits for the 2019-2020 season. All the kits are in, so if you're wondering why all the kits are different, then that's the reason why. But anyway, we'll sim this game against Burnley. Our simulating generally never goes well, so I don't expect too much from this. And there we go, we've lost 3-0 against Burnley, which is brilliant. That drops us down to 12th, maybe I should have played that. So we go from that disappointment into what will inevitably be another disappointment against Chelsea in the first game that we're going to play in this bumper episode in their fancy new kits. Look at that, and Eden Hazard's still there. There you go, I'm sure that stings for Chelsea fans, but anyway, what's the Chelsea lineup? Kepa, Toprak, Cahill, Felipe Luis, Ricardo Pereira as number 9, that's proper Khalid Boularoud's carry on, I'm not having that. Kovacic, Fabregas, Kante, Hazard, Willian and Alvaro Morata. As we go with the usual lineup, the only difference is that Tom Kearney gets a start and Kieran Tierney gets a start at left back. So after that really irritating Burnley defeat, we really need to pick up some points. We're sitting 12th in the table with, what, 8 games to go, including this one? So we're not going to get relegated, but we want to finish relatively high. But I blame simulation for half of that. The other half is me being rubbish. But anyway, wittered on long enough, let's get into this episode because we have a lot to get done. Sort of Stamford Bridge plays host to this first game of the episode against Chelsea. I kind of like their new kit actually, it's a bit weird, but I kind of dig it. The Newcastle third kit, however, is reminiscent of a Calippo, so therefore it's good, because they are excellent. But I'll tell you what would be more excellent, is getting 3 vital points. It feels weird going back to PES 2019 after playing so much of the 2020 demo, but it's so that's the first excuse out of the way for why I'm so terrible. Here's Kearney, can't get the ball through, and Chelsea get it away. Here's Tierney, what can he do with it? Ball in on his right foot in towards Rondon! And a big save from Ariza Balaga to keep out our main man Solomon Rondon, who I think is top scorer this season, if not joint. Kearney, back through the Sessegnon. Chance here for Ryan Sessegnon! And he's dragged it just wide off his left foot. Shelvey looks to drive forward. Out wide for Player. He's going to have a dig, and he's going to drag it across goal again. Approaching the end of this first half, and you can see why I haven't touched this Master League for a while, because my god, this game has been dull. Unless Ryan Sessegnon can do something here. He's going to have a dig, and it's easy for Ariza Balaga, and that will surely be the last action of this first half, unless the ref wants to screw us over. Ref, there you go. 0-0 at the end of the first half. Not ideal, but we will take it as a starting point, I suppose. Hazard to Willian. And Pereira looks for the ball over the top, looking for Willian. Dubravka comes out. What a hit! Oh my word, what a defensive header. Right, well, liquids came out of me whenever he chipped that over the top of Dubravka, because I thought, this is going in. Brought him out like an idiot. There's the shot, and that is an amazing defensive clearance. Fabregas with the resulting corner in towards Willian. He's hit the crossbar, and he's put it in. Well, the big defensive header was completely pointless, as it turns out, because Willian is bloody scored anyway. Sessegnon. Dinks it in, looking for Ken. Comes to Kearney. Rondon turns, shoots, deflected and in. Solomon Rondon, of course it had to be. Gets us the equaliser against Chelsea. Great play by Sessegnon, gets the ball in, headed away by Cahill, back in by Kearney, who gets absolutely wrecked. I think it's gone in off Cahill, has it, as he's tried to make the block. Let's have another look at it. Kearney's headed back and he gets absolutely bloody ruined. The shot, it comes off the face of Gary Cahill. 2 minutes of added time. Chelsea on the attack, and oh god, we are light at the back. Here's Willian. It's Morata. It's blocked. Just boot it. Just boot it. It's fine. We'll take a point if we can get it. A few seconds left to play. It's Zappacosta, and Tierney is just gonna hoof this away. And there we go. The final whistle goes. A 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge. I think we can be happy enough with that. A point's a point, and especially against one of the top sides in Chelsea. With that, we stay in 12th after that really disappointing defeat to Burnley, that simulated defeat, which I stress to say it was a simulated defeat because there's no way I would probably lose against Burnley. I backed myself. That's not true. But anyway, sitting in 12th, who's Tottenham? Tottenham are top along with City and Chelsea. A good way ahead of Chelsea and Man United, and Arsenal in 5th. Wolves in 6th, Liverpool 7th. I'm going to try something here. I remember seeing a wee while ago that, yeah, if I put the captain's armband on Solomon Rondon, it'll boost the team spirit and it'll be more beneficial when you simulate games. So Solomon Rondon is going to get the captain's armband just to see if it works. So we're going to simulate this game against Everton and just see what happens. See if it makes any... oh my god! Well, it definitely did. We've won 4-0 against Everton. Well, that seemed to do the trick. Let's keep doing that. That's brilliant. And that's moved us up to 11th place, up above Brighton. Geez, Everton are down in 15th. They're not doing at all well. Let's have a look. We could still conceivably finish as high as maybe 6th if we keep putting a few wins together. So it's not out of the realms of possibility. Whereas Huddersfield, Cardiff and Burnley down at the bottom of the table. Not looking good for them. On the subject of Huddersfield, that is who we're going to be playing in our next game. They're bottom of the table, so this should, in theory, go our way a little better than the Chelsea game. We're back to our usual starting lineup. The only difference is Hudson-Odoi comes onto the bench, as does Ayoze Perez. What's the Huddersfield Town lineup? Lussel, Kongolo, Jurgensen, Löwe, Smith, Hogg, Moy, Sobby, Kachunga, Pritchard and Diakabi. Okay, that's perfectly reasonable that we could give them a good game and get 3 points. No, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be a positive man and say that we're going to win this game and we're going to win it comfortably. The Kirklees Stadium, is that what it's actually called? I thought it was some... I don't know. I'd never really thought about what Huddersfield Stadium was called before. But there we go. We're in Huddersfield, which I'm sure is delightful. But let's not put that to the test. Let's just play this and get the hell out of there as soon as possible. Hopefully with a victory in our metaphorical back pockets. Ramadan Sobhi for Löwe, ball across, out by Fernandez. Jesus, someone's just got smacked in the face, but it's worked out quite nicely for us until Shelby gives it away. Oh, it's come through, and is that Pritchard, is it? Who's just skied it over the bar. Well, we've got away with one there, unexpectedly. Yedlin, don't know why I keep crossing it, no one ever gets on the end of it. I'm only joking, because Rondon does, and Lussel makes a great save down to his left-hand side. Completely free header, should be scoring that big salt. Short corner, ball across. It's Diakabi, turns, shoots, and he's hit the post. It's Kachunga, I should say, has hit the post. That's the closest either side has come, and Huddersfield are getting a little bit too near our goal for my liking, considering that it's Huddersfield. But that is the end of the first half, which has been even worse than the Chelsea game. Maybe I should just simulate the rest of these games, because my God, because there's a lot more excitement in a simulated game where you can't see anything than the ones that I actually play. It's quite an elaborate corner routine. If this comes off, I'll be furious, and it actually has. Oh my God. Huddersfield have the lead. It's Lucas Perez, who for some reason is at Huddersfield, and they have taken the lead. Oh my God. Perez. Play it. It's bouncing all over the gaff. Player makes the tackle. Comes to Shelby. God, this is frantic. Key. Richie. Perez. Ayuzi Perez, he's hit the post. Comes out to Yedlin, and Lussell makes a save. 3 minutes to go, and it looks like we're going to lose to Huddersfield Town, a team bottom of the table. This always seems to happen in PES. You play the lower ranked teams and they always play like bloody peak Barcelona. You can't get the ball off them and they get like an easy goal. But here's Emerson. It's player! It's hit the stanchion, or whatever the bloody post behind the net's called. And that, I think, is going to be that. Ki Sung-young, if ever you were going to be a hero, son, now is the time. It's Key, steps up, it's too much on it. And Huddersfield Town have beaten us. The team bottom of the bloody table have beaten us, and I've been made look like a right prick. Well, there goes any chance of finishing in 6th, as Huddersfield, how many points? They've only got 21 points. They've lost 21 games this season. Oh God, that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. So after 2 consecutive defeats, we need to get something on the board here, whether it be a point or even a point. I'll take a point as we take on Tottenham Hotspur in our lovely, which I kind of think is very nice, new home kit. We've made a few changes because I feel like we needed to do something. Perez starts, as does Lerma, and Atsu also starts, replacing Playa and Key and Ryan Sessegnon. Who are we up against in this Tottenham side? Vorm, Vertonghen, Dyer, Davies, Aurier, Wanyama, Gabby, right? Gabby's retired. Okay, that makes no sense. Dembele, Ali, Eriksson and Harry Kane. If we couldn't beat Huddersfield, my hopes are not high for this game against Tottenham. Hopefully being back at home gives us some sort of advantage. Slight or otherwise. It is pissing down, as is rare for the northeast of England at any time of the year. But yes, hopefully something. Just get something. A point is fine. I'll take a point. A point's good. Yedlin. Richie. Looks to spin away from Davis. Can't quite, but Yedlin on the overlap. Gets the ball in towards Rondon. Good header! And a save from Michel Vorm to deny our newly appointed captain. Ali to Kane. Oh God, what a terrifying prospect. Aurier finds Eriksson. We're getting dragged all over the gaff. As the ball comes across to Ali, and Dubravka has to make a rather awkward save to keep out Dele Alli. Eriksson to deliver this corner. In comes the header, it's come all the way through, and Dele Alli has squeezed it in at the near post past Dubravka. That is appalling goalkeeping from Martin Dubravka. Bugger it, we'll go attacking early, lads. 12 minutes in and we're going attacking. Come on, lads. Please, God. Give us something here. Ball in. Rondon flicks it in. And we have equalised. Of course we have. And of course it's our big captain, Solomon Rondon. Who else? He's the only lad in this team who ever bloody scores. Oh, thank God for that. Back on level terms before half-time. We've been getting completely bossed in this game. Every time we try to win the ball back, it just goes astray and Tottenham pick it back up again. So we were due a bit of luck and we get it through Rondon. Lerma. Now Atsu. Perez making a run through the middle. He's got it through to him. Perez. Oh, what a piece of play from Perez. And Vorman is near post. Great work, Ayuzi Perez. That's why I've brought you in for this game. That's going to work out well. That's a... Oh, no, ref. Are you having a laugh? That's a fantastic tackle. You're not booking him, surely. The fact that you've even given that as a foul is ridiculous. Let's have a look at this again. Eriksson has it. Or Kane has it, sorry. No, there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's a great tackle. Ref, if they score from this, I will hunt you down. I will end up being on the news because of you. Here's Dembele. Do not, please. He's hit the post. Get it away. Get it away. Right, ref, I'm just going to end up... I'll just write something horrible on your Twitter in that case. Here's Kane. It's still there for Tottenham. It's Kane. It's hit the post again. Just, please, God, get it away. Emerson strides out of defence. Finds Rondon. Back to Emerson. Here's Hudson-Odoi in behind. He's only just come on. Can we do something? Hudson-Odoi. Perez is there. And we have a lead. My God, we have a lead against Tottenham Hotspur. And Ayuzi Perez has done it. Credit goes to the young lad Hudson-Odoi. As we broke out, Emerson to Hudson-Odoi on the overlap. He waits and just low cross, and Perez is there to tap it past Michel Vorm. I can't believe it. We have a bloody lead in a game of football. This is madness. With 10 minutes to go, all we have to do is just hold on. It's just hold on. Don't do anything stupid. Just keep the ball. And let's just not... Please don't balls this off. 2 minutes of added time is all we have to hold on for. Ali, he's knackered, but he still gets there ahead of Fernandez. And he still has it, despite the fact I've tackled him about 6 times, and he's won a free kick, and this is not fair. Please don't score. Please don't score. I'll be so angry if you score. It's Eriksson. This will be the last kick of the game. The 2 minutes of added time has been played. In by Eriksson. Out by Ritchie. Just boot it. Just boot it away. And there it is. We have a win, and it's against Tottenham Hotspur of all teams. We rode our luck severely. Put that shirt back on, you'll catch a cold, and I need you for the next game. They hit the post twice in quick succession, and we've hit them on the break and managed to score the winner. Oh, I'm so happy. I've done a thing, I'm so happy. Kablam! Right back up the table, back up to 11th place. Ahead of Brighton on, I think, goal difference. We are indeed. I'm terrified to simulate games now because it's such a... You never know, but we've just come off the back of a win against the league leaders I've just looked at. So maybe that'll stand us in good stead if we simulate this game against Bournemouth. Please give us something. We lose. Oh, for God's sake. I don't know. I don't know how to win at simulating in this game. I just don't know. So as we look at the schedule for the last few games, we have Manchester City next, and then Leicester, and then Brighton. We will play the Brighton game as it's the last day of the season. We'll probably play the City game and simulate the Leicester game, even though simulating is not done us well at all. And we'll play the City games. We'll play 2 more games, simulate 1, and see where that puts us. Well, it worked in the last game, so we'll just go with the lineup pretty much similar to what we had when we beat Tottenham. Perez comes in again in place of Playa against a Manchester City side of, oh God, they've got Virgil van Dijk. I can just see him there looking like a crisp from the 90s with that kit on. Something that we call Bezazzles or something ridiculous. They've got Bravo in goal, so we have a chance. Company, Van Dijk, Mendy, Walker, Foden, Silva, Golovin, Sané, Sterling, Aguero. My God, we're going to get absolutely ruined. St James's Park, the fortress where we conquer teams better than us. We've done that once. Where we also lose to teams worse than us. We've done that a lot. It's nice to see Konami plastered around the stadium and not Sports Direct. There's Raheem Sterling and there's Golovin, 2 players worth more than our entire starting 11. There's Keane. In response, we have Keane John Joe Shelby. Fantastic. Right, let's just play this smart. Let's not do anything stupid. Let's just try let's just pass the ball amongst the back four for 90 minutes. That's fine. That'll. Oh my god, I've tried to do the cheat thing, and I've ended up screwing it up anyway. This is not. Oh god, this is going to be horrible. It's just clearing out in front of John Joe Shelby. Looks to play it in for Ayoze Perez. Big save by Bravo. Rondon's there and can't climb above Company. What a chance. Oh, Aguero's in, and Aguero has given Manchester City what I would say is an undeserved but not unexpected lead. We've gone attacking, and immediately it's going to bite us in the arse as Aguero's. Oh my god. We went attacking, and immediately Aguero has doubled his and City's lead. See, I don't get it. Like, team spirit's up at like 90. And admittedly, yes, I'm not brilliant at this. But you think that we'd be able to string a couple of passes together with our team spirit being high, considering that's what it's meant to do. And we can't even do that. Rondon. Back through for Ki. It's Ki Sung-yong! And Ki Sung-yong has scored a very rare goal. And is there a route back into this game? That's a really nice piece of build-up play there, actually. And Ki Sung-yong gets, I think, his second of the season. It's no more than we deserve, to be fair. We played really well first half and were unlucky. That's a nice piece of play as Ki goes forward and beats Bravo. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. He's going to chip him. He's got a Dubravka, you beautiful man. As he makes a big tackle, as we were absolutely just carved open. Like a metaphor that I can't think of. Or simile. Because it's like, instead of... You get education on this channel as well as terrible football. I've gone for a very top-heavy formation for the last few minutes, and it may not work. To get the ball under control, you big idiot. Kearney keeps it. Back to player. It's Richie. Yedlin. Come on. Come on. Saved by Bravo. No. And it's cleared. Oh, God. Claudio Bravo, I hate you, you prick. You're useless and you decide to turn up now. Ah, that's disappointing. And then we're going to sim this game against Leicester here in 7th, and I don't see it going any differently. A somewhat interesting development, as we've been offered the job at Watford, which we are not going to take because there's absolutely no point. So we'll just kind of leave that there, floating about in the ether. As we... What's the negotiation? Who's negotiating? Oh, scouting. Who's... None of those players I want, thank you. We'll simulate this game against Leicester. God, I hate simulating in this game. I really hate simulating in this game. Considering you always lose more than you win. And there we go, we've lost again, 1-0 to Leicester. Christ, and that drops us to 14th. So even if we win this game against Brighton and then results go our way, we're gonna finish we can finish no higher than 12th, which is really disappointing. I'd love to see how many games I've actually simulated in this series, as compared to the ones how much I've actually lost. Well, dearie me, Mike Ashley has come to us and said, I've only got so much goodwill, which is bollocks, as anyone will know. Perhaps it was a mistake to stick with you. Does he not see the irony in that statement? It's up to you to prove your worth to this club. Again, never mind. Not that it really matters, because this is going to be the last game we do of the series anyway, so balls to you, Mike Ashley. You can jog on, oh, no, maybe not jog on, you can meander on, because that's all you're capable of doing at this stage. And so here we go, we have come to the end of this season, and it's going to be a game against Brighton and Hove Albion, who sit a place above us on the table, so if we beat them we go above them and finish at least 13th. Or 12th, is it? I can't remember, I just said it a few minutes ago and I've already forgotten. It's been a very disappointing season, I'll be honest, but you know, that's the way it is when you simulate games and are generally bad at the game. But anyway, we've made a few changes for this last game. Tierney comes in, Lerma comes in, Hudson-Odoi comes in, and Keane comes in to start. Up against who is in this Brighton side? Jason Steele in goal with Duffy, Dunk, Bernardo, Montoya, Proper, Stevens, Izquierdo, Knockhart, Gross, and Locadia. It's a winnable game, but then again, the Huddersfield game was winnable, and we lost that. So we'll take nothing for granted as we go into the final day. But basically we beat Brighton, we finish above them, so there's an incentive. There we go, the placards are out on a bright sunny day in Newcastle as we take to the pitch for the last time this series against Brighton and Hove Albion. It's been disappointing. Well, yeah, I'll happily say that I've not been very good throughout this duration. I'm going to kind of blame the simulation system in PES as well. I mean, if you're on high team spirit and you've just come off the back of a win, surely that would make you more likely to put in a better performance in the next game. But alas, that seems to not be the way it works. But anyway, no point in whinging and moaning about it. It's done, and all we can do now is try and win this game against Brighton to restore some faith and some face and some pride. Back for Izquierdo. Chance for Brighton. He's ghosted through Fernandez. How has that happened? Rondon. Kane. Through for Rondon. Real chance. 1-0. Solomon Rondon. Where would we be without you? League 2 probably. But our captain steps up and gives us the lead against Brighton after some nice build-up play. We 1-2 between himself and Moise Kean. And Jason Steele stood no chance as the big man and top goal scorer in the Premier League gives us the lead. Bernardo. Stevens. Finds Locadia, looks to turn and shoot. It's still there. Locadia. Oh, for the love of God. I don't know. I'm so looking forward to PES 2020. And hopefully they've fixed all this guff. Where you clear the ball, or you make a tackle and just go straight to the opposition, thereby rendering tackling completely and utterly bloody pointless. Jurgen Locadia has scored. Let's have a look here and see what's happened. Locadia gets the shot away. There's the see. Fair enough. I've turned into that, and Locadia's nicked the ball and scored. But the point still stands because that happens a lot, and I think that even happened in that move. You know what? I might as well just shoot, just for the crack. Shelby, get a bit of bend. He's hit the post. Right. Well, that would. Yep, that's definitely closer than it had any right to be. Back to Shelby. Breaks to Rondon, and he's absolutely bloody smashed it. So he has. And just like that, we're back in front through Solomon Rondon yet again. As if I need to say who scored. You all know that Rondon is going to score. Here's Montoya. Right at the end of this half as they look for an equaliser. It's Locadia. Drifts it into the back post and it's gone in. Izquierdo in off the bottom of the bar and it's bounced over the line. Gross. Izquierdo. They've completely outplayed us here. And Locadia. Big save to Dubravka. Completely outplayed, couldn't get anywhere near the ball. And now we've just given it away, we've given it straight back to them. And Dubravka, what in the name of Christ are you doing, sir? Knockaert has scored because Dubravka forgets how to be a goalkeeper for a second. Let's have a look. Right, fair enough, we've given the ball away, that's stupid. But look at this, he comes out. And then he just stands there, falls on his arse, as Knockaert puts it past him. Izquierdo brightening again here. They absolutely are. And it's 4. And it's 4. Pascal Gross. Oh, I really didn't want to get annoyed or get pissed off, but I am. So there you go. It's just I can't do anything. What can I do against this? I can't get near the ball. I make a tackle, it goes to them. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, which I kind of am. But you just can't do anything against this sort of stuff. And then look, I'll try a simple 2-yard pass, and it goes to bloody nobody. It doesn't even go the direction that I'd aimed it. Shelby pushed away by Steele. Ball back in towards Rondon with the flick, and Rondon with the goal. Solomon Rondon has a hat-trick. And with about 10 minutes maybe to go, we are back in the game through the big man. He deserves a hat-trick. He's the only one who's proven to have any quality whatsoever in this entire team all season. Hoof it in. Headed away. Still there. Come on. Come on. Fernandez. Go on, big man. Or just fall over standing still. That makes perfect sense. Oh, I'm so angry. I am so angry. I hate this game. And with that, my humiliation is complete. This time, At this stage of last year's Master League, we finished second at a canter. Nearly won the league title. This year we struggled to finish lower mid-table on 44 points. But as we look at the standings, Tottenham Hotspur have won the Premier League title by a single point from Chelsea, with City in 3rd, Man United in 4th, Liverpool 5th, Arsenal 6th. And who finishes? Cardiff, Huddersfield and Burnley all go down. So there we go, a thoroughly disappointing end to the season. As you can see by the standings, we have finished 14th in the table behind Brighton and Watford. But there is one positive, and that is if you look to the right of the standings there, you see the goal rankings, and Solomon Rondon has picked up 28 league goals and finishes as top scorer. That's something anyway, ahead of Harry Kane and Alvaro Morata. Oh dear, we've just gone into the mission screen and we were challenged to finish 9th or higher. We haven't done that, and Mike Ashley is not very happy with us. We didn't secure a top 9 finish in the league this year. I can't help feeling we could have achieved so much more this year. Owner's trust 0%. I've never been sacked in any Master League I've ever done. I've never been sacked. So what a way to end this one if we get sacked. Oh, I kind of hope it happens just to see what happens, but realistically I don't want to get sacked. Just before we wrap up, let's have a look at the general guff that you do at the end of seasons. The top goal scorers, as we know, it's Solomon Rondon with 28, Harry Kane with 20 and Alvaro Morata with 20. And Lukaku, Aguero, Aubameyang, Ali Playa finishes in joint 8th position with 13 goals. I did not think he'd scored that many. Who else do we have? Anyone at all? Nope, just those two. That's not good. Moving over into the assists, looks a little bit healthier for us. We have Rondon, of course, top of the assists. So he's got 28 goals and 7 assists. That's mental. Playa with 13 goals and 6 assists. Shelby with 6 assists and Richie with 6 assists. Any more? Who else do we have? We have Ryan Sessegnon with 4 assists. Not bad considering he only came in January. Who is going up for the Championship? Well, there you go. West Brom, Stoke and Middlesbrough. So not doing the playoffs this year, so it's just Stoke. It's just West Brom, Stoke and Middlesbrough. Alright, fair enough. Who would have been going down? Rotherham, Wigan and Millwall. Manchester City take home the FA Cup. They beat West Ham in the final. Who did we got beat by? Burnley? Is it? Yeah, we got beat by Burnley, who then got beat by Manchester United, who then got beat by somebody. I can't tell. This graph is very difficult to read. But all we need to know is Manchester City have won the FA Cup. The individual titles for the Premier League is Azpilicueta wins Player of the Season. Okie dokie, that makes perfect sense. Of course it does. Rondon, of course, top scorer. Eric Dyer with the top assists. That's so strange. Pochettino gets the Manager of the Year. Of course, Tottenham did win the league title. And there is the Premier League team of the season. Ederson in goal with Ashley Young at left back. Alright, okay. Azpilicueta, Van Dijk, Valencia, Kante, Fabinho, Ozil, Mkhitaryan, and Rondon and Aubameyang. And sure, we might as well take a look at the Champions League. Quarter-final stage, we had City against Juventus. Juventus progressed. PSG knocked out Inter Milan. Barcelona knocked out Liverpool. And Real Madrid knocked out Manchester United. Into the semi-finals, Real Madrid knocked out Juventus and Barcelona knocked out PSG. So it was an El Clasico Champions League final. Who took the win? Barcelona by 3-0. And in the Europa League, Roma knocked out Milan. Lyon knocked out Sevilla. Lazio smashed Borussia Dortmund, and Bayern Munich knocked out Real Betis in the quarterfinals. In the semis, Lazio demolished Lyon, Bayern scraped past Roma, so it's a Lazio-Bayern Munich final, which Bayern Munich win by 4-2. So there we have it, the one and only season of the PES 2019 Master League with Newcastle United. Thoroughly disappointing, I would have loved to have played another season to make up for the atrocities of this season, but alas, circumstances, and PES 2020 is coming out in a couple of weeks, so there's not really an awful lot of point. But I might tell you what, I might just simulate a second season and see how we would have got on. Although simulating has obviously not done us any favours, so you never know. Either way, I'll still have the save so if we ever do want to go back to it, it'll be there. But that is going to do it for this season and indeed the Master League of Newcastle United in PES 2019. For the time being anyway. If you did enjoy this bumper episode, do hit that like button, do hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you're notified of when we make new videos such as this. We've just recently done our transfer review and predictions for the season, and there's a whole plethora of football based tomfoolery on the channel. Thank you so much for your continued support, we greatly appreciate it, and as always we will see you in the next one.